Welcome back to the Hookup with Soakup. I am NPFL Pro, Bassmaster Open Pro, and Bass Tank Pro John Soakup, and this is our channel, the Hookup. You guys, welcome back. It's been a hiatus, but it's because I've been on the road, I've been fishing, and we just want to sit down and kind of tell you guys, give you an update of how things have been going, what's going on, the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. If you've been following us for a while, you may have noticed that we've had a little disappearing act on some videos, guys. Around Memorial Day, we must have got hacked or something. I don't even know what happened. We're very frustrated. We lost 32 of our videos, and they were able to bring 2 of them back, which was actually the same video twice. So we only got 1 video from the old footage from this year. So we're a quitter, we're fighters, and that's what we're gonna do. We're coming back at you guys. We're gonna follow the rest of the year, getting new videos out there to you guys. We're gonna come back stronger than we were before. So there's the bad news. But here's some sweet news for you. Before I go into the update, you guys will very soon, as of this week, moving forward, you're gonna start seeing videos popping up every Tuesday, Thursday, somewhere around that time frame. So stay tuned to that. They're gems, man. The NPFL opened up their archives to us. They knew what happened, and we have got a lot of old footage that's never before seen footage. Day 1 NPFL, the inaugural NPFL event on Eufaula, Alabama, the first event that I ever won, the first event NPFL ever had. We've got all the footage. Day 1, 2, and 3. Professional cameraman, one of those jacked up $30,000, $50,000, I don't know, cameras in the boat. So it's got all the good audio, all the good video. You guys are gonna love it. I promise it's gonna be something you're gonna be able to learn from, and lots of fish catches. So we've got probably about 10 to 13 old archive videos, guys, full fishing day tournament days, and we got a bunch of old Bass Tank videos from the past that we're gonna bring out of the archives, start dropping those for you as we get more footage shot from this year. But that's the good, the bad, and a little bit of the ugly. Now, the update, guys. Where we are, the goals for the beginning of the year. You have been following along. Thanks for staying with us. If you're just now joining us, go down, subscribe, hit that notification bell, give us the thumbs up. We're fighting, guys. We're trying to do it. We're trying to do the impossible, trying to be that 1%er that makes the elites this year. Number 1 goal of the year is to qualify for the elites. Everything else is just a bonus. And right now, somehow, thankfully, God's been shining on us, and we're in first place in the Bassmaster Opens in the overall. We had a video earlier in the year where we discussed about how you qualify through either the Centrals, the Northerns, or the Southerns, where they take the top 3 of the 3 events of that division. They also have an overall division. So if you fish all 9, they're going to take, this year as of 2022, they're going to take the top 3 in the overalls, and that's where we're leading. We got some big names below us. Very proud where we're sitting. We did have a little bit bigger lead. It's gotten ate up a little bit. We've only got a 19-point lead on second place, so we have some serious fishing still to do. But before we get into the rest of the season, let's talk about the NPFL. We've been flying a little under the radar. We haven't had 2 big wins in 3 events like we did last year, but we've cashed checks in every event besides the very first one, which was Cumberland. Cumberland, that's an anomaly. We got rained out where we only got to fish for 1 day, 20-degree weather. Lake went up 13 feet, the whole story. And I caught 2 fish that day, ended up 44th place. They paid down to 40th. So it's the only tournament that I haven't caught cast a check in the NPFL, but it had to happen at some point, so it happened. And since then, it's just been a slow rise. After Watts Bar, I think I was sitting in around 12th place in the AOI for the progressive AOI for the NPFL. Now, after the last event at Saginaw Bay, if you got a chance to watch that video, 100 fish catches a day, not exaggerating, guys. Go watch that video. You're going to see me in the weed field. We're just jacking them. Just 30-minute video of me setting the hook, one after another after another. It's 4 weeks later, I still got sore thumbs from that event. It was amazing, fun. Got my 5th place finish, another top 10, just slowly moving up, and now we moved into 4th place in the NPFL AOI. So I'm sitting in first in the Opens, fourth in the NPFL. I think I'm around 30 points behind Timmy Reams, who's leading. Congratulations, Timmy. He's been fishing amazing. I know watching his record, he's probably going to close this thing out in the AOI, but there's still 2 events left. Anything can happen, including me falling out or moving all the way up and taking some of that AOI money home. I think there's around 20 grand on the line for that. So that's something that I'm going to try to fight for. We have a 7-week break. Finally, guys. I'm fishing 9 Opens, 6 NPFLs. It's 15 national level events. I know there's a couple guys out there that are fishing more than me, but it's just a couple, just a handful of guys. We did it this year. We put ourselves out there for exposure. We put ourselves out there at risk, business risk, everything, guys. It's a battle. No matter how my season ends up, everything that's been good, I've got a whole group of team of guys behind me, from the people that operate my companies when I'm gone, to my wife. We got 4 kids. We got a 6-month-old at home right now. Life's been amazing in that way. But I'm going to tell you guys a lot of things that you guys don't hear about. Man, I went through some physical pain this first half of the season. We're about, let's say, 70% done. And, you know, we didn't have time to complain about it when it was going on. But I'm just going to inform you guys. I'm not complaining about it now. I'm just going to tell you guys what it's like out there. I think at one point we did 35 days straight travel. And there wasn't one incident that happened. There wasn't one wave that I hit. There wasn't me falling. There wasn't me lifting weights wrong. There wasn't anything crazy that happened. But all of a sudden, my back just ceased up. And when my lower back ceased up, it actually went into my shoulder. It ceased up, my upper back. It went into my elbows. I started having tennis elbow real bad. It went down into my foot where I had just extreme pain. It went into my knees. I've had 3 knee surgeries when I was younger. And knee pain is just something, being a tile setter as well, that I just don't like. And it was there. It was all there at the same time. Matter of fact, Wednesday before Watts Bar, I wasn't able to get out of bed. Physically, I couldn't get out of bed. And I didn't know how I was going to fish the event. So, luckily, I went ahead and got in and slowly made my way up there. Every time I'd stop at a gas station, it took me about 5 minutes to be able to stand up straight. And we made it through that event, man. It was a rainy one where you're wearing a ton of heavy gear, and that pulls down on your back. Somehow we made it through that event. We went straight from there to the Open we came back. We had about a 2-week break. And you guys may think 2-week breaks is good, and it is good. I'm not complaining. But what happens during these 2 weeks is you get back, and the first week is all catch up, and the second week is I got to rush and pack. I'm not packed the same way per event. You know, the weather's changing, the lakes are different all across the country, and I'm definitely someone that feels like I've got to be prepared to just go take off. So I think a little bit of that stress and that pressure of that catch up and repack, it just doesn't allow your body to rest. And, you know, when you're running and driving minimum 12 hours, 20 hours sometimes to these events, it does a toll on your body. And so, man, I started mentally wondering if I'm going to be able to make it through this season. And we went from there, and we went up to Saginaw Bay. And the Saginaw Bay event, I started feeling physically a little bit better, but about halfway through the drive, when I say physically, my back, just a little bit stronger. All of a sudden, I started getting sick. And if you listen to the videos, guys, I mean, I didn't have COVID, but it sure sounds like it. Whether it was bronchitis or major allergies or all of the above on top of it, walking pneumonia, something wasn't right. And it stuck with me for about 3 weeks. So I got through Saginaw, went straight from Saginaw from weighing in. And I've done this about 3 times this year. I'm going to do it twice more before the end of the year. I weigh in at Saginaw Saturday around 6, 7 p.m. I load in the truck and I drive straight to Lake Oneida for the next Open. So you drive through the night, you know, that might only have been 7 hours, so it wasn't that bad of a drive, but you drive in and you got to get back on the water immediately and start practicing for another event. You got to wash all that happened behind you, that good event, and you got to start over because you're starting from scratch again. And so we had a good event. It was decent at Oneida, 20th after day 1, 46 after day 2, so I fell about 26 points. Cooper Gallant is hot on my tails, man. I'm a fan of this guy. He's from Canada. He's fishing amazing, and I hope one day we see him on the elites. I just don't hope, I hope we don't see him on the elites at my expense. Hopefully we're there together rookie year. Coop, if you ever watch any of my videos, I enjoy your videos, man. So shout out to you. You're amazing, amazing. Young fishermen too, man. These guys are young. I'm not young. I'm 40 years old. I've been doing life for a while, business for a while. And I'm fortunate and blessed to be able to have the opportunity that I have now. I never thought it was going to happen. I've always loved fishing. I've been that fishing nerd. My first word was fish. People have made fun of me for my love of fishing. I love green fish. I don't know why. It's just in my blood. And to be able to have this opportunity, it's crazy. It's just crazy to think about. But, you know, after Oneida was over, I drove home the 20 plus hours that it takes to get home. And I got back here and I immediately got with a trainer to work on my mobility. And we are doing really, really well. My mobilities came back. I still got some things that I'm working with, but I'm able to actually start lifting a little bit heavier now and get that strength back. And I'm going to tell you guys, at Oneida, dropping from 20th to 46th place was 100% because I was getting burnt out. Not burnout where I want to quit by any means, but more of the burnout like I don't have the energy to do that one other thing that my mind's telling me to do. At Oneida, this water's crystal clear. I'm not used to that. And I think that one of my flaws was I didn't fish shallow enough at Oneida because I didn't think the fish were there because I couldn't see them with my eyes. But apparently a lot of guys were just smashing them, and that's something I need more experience with. And so I feel like if I had had the energy, physically and mentally had the energy to push a little bit harder during practice, I would have uncovered that, unlocked that, and just one or two more fish catches. Maybe I'm not in 46, maybe I finish in 25th. That's 21 points, very much needed points. So, am I going to be able to finish out the season? What's left of the season? At the end of August is my next first event, which is actually another NPFL event on Sandusky Bay, Lake Erie. So it's a Great Lakes event, smallmouth. There is largemouth there, but big waves, the big water. And from there, it's back to back. I go straight to the Upper Chesapeake, fish my last Northern Open, and then I go to the Red River Open, Hartwell Open, Sam Rayburn Open, and immediately drive from there and go to Lake Toho to finish the last NPFL of the year. So basically, from September 1 to November 1, I got 6 more events. September and October, I have 4 4-day breaks, is it. So 8 days in September, 8 days in October. So how am I preparing for that? I am physically preparing right now. I got a diet going, I'm drinking the water, I'm working out, and I'm getting myself prepared. I haven't touched any of my fishing stuff since I came back. Haven't touched it. Haven't looked, nothing. Boat's still in the same position as it was last. And I've given myself physically and mentally a break, and I'm getting recharged, man. I'm itching to get out there and to compete again. I'm motivated again. I'm ready to go. I didn't know if I was going to be ready to go. I really didn't know tonight. I thought I was getting burnt out, and I didn't know how I was going to recover. But something about being able to be back for this last 3 weeks and not have to touch any of my stuff and not have to go and just come back and take care of some life responsibilities. We have a lot of business responsibilities, a lot of things going on in business, always do. If most of the time, the business that comes my way is not the kind of stuff that's fun to deal with. I got people below me that do a lot of the managing stuff, and by the time it comes in me, it's because we've had some issues that only I can address, which usually mean costly issues and things of that nature. So, but because I'm not fishing, I can deal with those a little bit better, get them sorted, get them organized, and that's what we're working on. We're trying to get everything together, get everything in position, so that way when we go out that 1st of September, end of August, 1st of September, we can focus and work hard and have no excuses. I do not want to end this year and say, oh, I didn't make it, and then look back and be like, well, I wish I would have worked harder during this last bit. So that's not going to happen. We're going to work really hard. We're going to push ourselves to the limit physically, mentally, emotionally. We're going to throw some punches, man. We're going to do whatever it takes to try to work as hard as we can to do it the right way, to be proud that we are one day an Elite Series pro. Now, if I don't make it, what am I going to do next year? If I make it, what am I going to do next year? You guys, had a lot of critics say something on the lines of just going to ditch the NPFL. That's not going to happen, guys. I don't know of anybody else that loves the NPFL as much as me. It's given me so much. Obviously, there's other fishermen that do love it. And if I have a chance to be a 2-tour fisherman, that's what's going to happen. We're going to fish the Elites and the NPFL. Now, with that being said, I don't know how schedules overlap. I don't know any of that stuff. and I don't even know if I'm going to make the elites right now. So that's kind of a moot point at the moment. We will get back and we'll discuss it. We will discuss it. But I would love to be able to do both. And I would love to be able to give back to the NPFL. And guys, listen, I haven't been touring for years and years and years like these guys. I need experience. These different waters, these things up north and out east, it's a new deal. Now I'm catching fish, but I'm learning as it's going. And the more you learn, the more powerful you're going to be the next time. And that's what excites me about fishing these new waters that I've never been before. 15 events at the beginning of the year. Out of all the lakes we're going to fish, I'd only been to one, which is Sam Rayburn, and actually competed. So now by the end of the year, I'll have repeated Hartwell twice, and I'll have repeated Lake Toho twice. So I have a little bit of experience on Hartwell, a little bit on Toho. So I'm going to use that information, try to help to provoke me to be a better angler down the road and down the future. If I don't make the elites this year, you guys have seen the ruling. We haven't gone in depth and talked about it on our page. 2023 Bassmaster Opens. It's now the top 9 in the overalls open. I'm going to be a part of that. I'm going to chase that. We'll see how many more people are involved with that. I think there's going to be a lot more bigger names that are going to be involved in trying to qualify for the elite. So I don't think it's going to get any easier. I don't think that talk is right at all. Most of that talk isn't from the guys that are out there experiencing it for themselves. So I just want to let you guys know that those guys that say that they want to chase this dream and haven't put in the effort, I hope one day you guys get the opportunity, but just be prepared. It ain't as pretty as it looks, and it ain't as easy as it looks. You got to be a fighter, and you got to be stubborn, and you got to be dedicated, and then you need to find something deeper inside of you that you've ever known that you have, and make it happen. If you've been a competitor of any level, and you wanted to take it to the next stage, and you failed yourself, then you need to look deeper and say there's got to be something that you get a hold of that you've never had before to push through. This isn't for the lighthearted, I promise you that. Those guys that are on the elites, I salute them. They've done something in their life. They've given up, made huge risks, huge dedications. And one day, I hope to join you guys. Guys, thank you for watching. You guys go look back at some of the older videos, prepare for a bunch of new videos. Remember to like and subscribe, and thanks for joining us. The Hookup with SoCup.